Good morning. Welcome to Reading the Science of Mind in 1 Year. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader of the Center for Spiritual Living Common Ground in Central Maryland. Today is March 5th, and I apologize for being a little bit late, having some technical issues this morning. So hopefully the gremlins have awakened and are ready to play nice. Good morning, Gail. It's good to see you. So let's get right to our recording of the reading, and hopefully this is a bit louder. If it's still not loud enough, Gail, let me know, and I will work on it some more. And then we'll go from there. Here we go. For March 5th, Science of Mind, A Philosophy, a Faith, A Way of Life by Ernest Holmes. Reading from page 141, paragraph 3, through page 142, paragraph 3, using inclusive language.
Thought force. Thought force is a movement of consciousness in a field of mechanical but intelligent law. Movement of consciousness upon itself creates a motion or vibration upon substance, the force of which is equal to the embodiment of the thought set in motion. For everything that happens in the objective world, there must be something in the subjective world which perfectly balances it. Let us suppose, for illustration, that the universe is nothing but water, permeated by an infinite intelligence. Imagine that every time this intelligence moves or thinks, ice is formed in the water, exactly corresponding to the thought. We might have countless pieces of ice of different form, color, and size, but these pieces of ice would still be water. If we could heat the entire mass, it would melt, and all forms would again become fluid. Nothing would have changed except form. The physical universe is spirit in form. First is intelligence, then the word, the idea, the image, the concept, then the movement toward the thing. Thought is an actual working power. Otherwise, there would be nothing by which the universe could be governed. The atmosphere of our thinking. We are all immersed in the atmosphere of our own thinking, which is the direct result of all we have ever said, thought, or done. This decides what is to take place in our lives. Thought attracts what is like itself and repels what is unlike. We are drawn toward those things which we mentally image. Most of the inner processes of our thought have been unconscious, but when we understand the law, we learn to consciously embody what we wish and think of this only, and then we are drawn silently toward it. The emphasis on true mental healing is insistently on the absolute, the one mind, the one soul, the one being, ever present and ever available, and on our ability and right to make ourselves receptive to this healing presence, a realization of the essential divinity of our own nature, and the truth that no evil can live in this presence. We must unify ourselves with the great whole. The person who dares to fling their thought out into universal intelligence with the assurance of one who realizes their divine nature and its relation to the universe and dares to claim all there is will find an ever creative good at hand to aid them. The Absolute will honor their request. To the soul that knows its own divinity, all else must gravitate. Let us, then, enlarge our thought processes and dare to think in universal terms. Let us dare to believe that every constructive word is invincible.
There's a lot in that. Um, and it reminds me of the discussion we were having last night in the second week of mental equivalence. And the journey of learning and understanding and grappling with this philosophy, this idea, this reality of an unseen substance that is moved into the activity of law by thought and then acted upon and made so. Um, it's, we try to understand it by when it was taught to me, we were using the Jello mold, right? And it makes sense that Jello is synonymous, is representative of the infinite substance, and our ideas, our words, our thoughts are the mold that we're pouring that substance into. Um, and then law is the activity that makes it gel and, you know, makes it the thing that it makes it. And that worked great. And yet I still found myself wrestling with, well, I can see jello, I can see the mold. And yet what I was being invited to do is to know and believe in an invisible substance. And that took a minute. It took a minute. Um, Science helps, the study of the quantum field. And if you haven't, um, if you don't know about it, you can consult the Gospel according to Google about the double slit experiment, and you can explore the science of how thought really does impact light, impacts science. And that helps, you know. And I just want to invite you to just to hold it lightly and allow yourself to be in the wrestling match. That if you have thoughts of, this sounds on target, but I don't know, great. Give yourself permission to be in the I don't know, right? Because something inside of you, the infinite that is expressing as you, does know. You are infinite intelligence in form. And so it's okay to wrestle with it. It's okay to question it because all you're doing is digging deeper, becoming more aware of what you already know. And that, beloveds, is a beautiful journey. Can't go wrong. And so, question, have the ahas. And for me, I never want to land at a place where I'm done questioning, right? Because I don't know keeps me teachable. The willingness to, what else is here? What else is there to know? However we phrase it, um, that's the journey. And it seems like it's a journey out here, but really it's a journey inward into your own divine self, which is an animation, a living, breathing representation, presenting itself again of whatever this infinite invisibleness is. So that is what the reading brought alive in me this morning. Thank you for your wonderful comments in YouTube. I gratefully received that. Um, Thank you. Glad you're enjoying the live streams. It's good to be back live with you. Yeah. So I'm going to take us into our time of meditation practice, and it really is just 5 minutes of practice. Um, don't worry about what happens during this 5 minutes. Don't try to make anything happen. Don't try to stop anything from happening. Just practice being present with whatever happens. And then I will take us out of the meditation to our closing, what is called a spiritual mind treatment, also known as affirmative prayer. Okay, here we go. And so in this moment, I close my eyes so that I am not fooled by anything in form. I close my eyes to allow myself to see the invisible substance through the spiritual eyes within me, not distracted by the physical eyes in this physical realm. And I recognize this one invisible everything is beyond a name, and yet it has many, many names. God, peace, love, the source, first cause, substance, Buddha, Allah, Great Spirit, whatever we call it, it is more than can be contained in any one name. It is more than can be contained in all of the names combined. And yet it is each of them, and so much more. And I recognize that this omniscience, this omnipresence, this omnipotence is everywhere. That it is the singular source and substance of all life. And so I know that it is the source and substance of me, of all life, of every individualized expression of it. And so knowing this, I know that all thought is moving this substance into being. And so I am careful and intentional and purposeful about what I think, recognizing that all thought is acted upon by law and made manifest. That there is no thought too small, too flippant, too transitory to avoid the creative process, this process of order in the universe. And so I think, speak, and act in alignment with the spiritual principle of the harmonious operation of one. And I welcome the awareness of any thought acting within me in the subconscious that is out of alignment with that, knowing that the simple awareness brings me to that point of choice to continue or correct. Grateful for this day, grateful for this technology, grateful for how lives are touched in whatever way lives are touched through this offering, through a deeper awareness of the power that lives as each of us, the power to heal, the power to bring human awareness into alignment with spiritual principle. Grateful. So knowing the word spoken is the word fulfilled, that all of the seeds have been planted in alignment with everything that has been spoken this morning, and that the soil of law is already acting upon them to bring forth everything that is in each seed to manifest the idea that planted it. I know it's done, so I let go. And by letting go, I am releasing all fear, all doubt, all questioning. Letting go of all sense of control. Letting go of predicting and demanding a limited outcome. I let it all go and and simply move into the activity of this day with my eyes, ears, heart, and mind wide open to see the manifestation of the word spoken and to be that I came here to be. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you.